Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to completely demystify hair care. Let's be honest, the grooming market is totally flooded with conflicting advice, magical products, and these endless, exhausting routines that leave most of us just scratching our heads. But today, we're cutting straight through that noise together. We are going to build a foolproof, 5-step outside-in routine based entirely on what your hair actually needs to survive and thrive. So get ready because we are breaking this down to an absolute science. Okay, let's dive into this. A staggering 90% of men do not have a basic, functional hair care routine in their daily lives. Think about that, 90%. And what's the direct biological result of skipping out on that maintenance? Well, you get severe hair fall, chronic dandruff, and thin, dry, frizzy hair that just becomes impossible to manage. You know, we tend to blame genetics for everything, but a massive part of this is just a fundamental lack of daily maintenance. So here is exactly how we're going to fix this today. First, we'll look at the men's hair crisis. Then, step 1, proper scalp cleansing. Step 2, restoring hair moisture. Steps 3 and 4, drying and oiling. Step 5, nutrition and diet. And finally, essential lifestyle habits. Basically, we're moving from the external fixes in your bathroom right to the internal foundations in your kitchen. Let's jump in. Starting off with section 1, the men's hair crisis. Right now, the absolute biggest hurdle we face isn't a lack of products on the shelves. It's just this exhausting overload of completely conflicting advice. Before we build our routine, we need to completely shatter the biggest myth in hair care. Marketing will have you believe that buying the exact right shampoo will magically make your hair thick, shiny, and incredibly strong. That is pure fiction. The absolute reality, shampoo has one job, and literally one job only. It acts as a detergent to clean your scalp and hair of dust, daily sweat, and pollution. Once you accept that shampoo is just a cleanser, the rest of this routine is going to make perfect sense. And that brings us to step 1, proper scalp cleansing. We obviously have to wash away that daily pollution, but the golden question everyone asks is how often? Well, if you sit in an office, 2 to 3 times a week is fine. But if you travel, play sports, or sweat heavily, you really need to be washing it daily. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we match the right tool for the job. You have to buy shampoo based on your specific scalp type. If your hair feels sticky even without putting oil in it, or you're constantly battling dandruff, you have an oily scalp. You need exfoliating ingredients. Look for salicylic acid, glycolic acid, or tea tree oil. Something like Pilgrim's anti-dandruff shampoo is great for stripping away that excess buildup. On the flip side, if your scalp is pretty normal, stick to a mild, sulfate-free and paraben-free cleanser like the ones from Kadi Naturals. And while you're in the shower washing, please remember this absolute rule. No hot water, no hot air. Ever. When you apply your shampoo, use your fingertips to gently massage your scalp for about 1 to 2 minutes. Do not furiously rub your head like a wild animal. Treat the hair gently. And always wash it out with normal or cool water. Hot water severely damages your hair cuticles, and that's exactly what leads to frizz and weakness. All right, moving right along to step 2, restoring hair moisture. Because your shampoo acts as a detergent, it actually strips away natural oils, so we absolutely must use conditioner on the lengths of the hair to add that moisture back in. It is completely non-negotiable. Now, I know a lot of guys skip conditioner entirely because they don't want to just stand around in the shower staring at the wall while it sits. So let's look at this highly efficient shower timeline. First, shampoo and massage. Second, wash your face and rinse the shampoo out. Third, gently squeeze the excess water from your hair and apply the conditioner to the lengths, never the scalp. Step 4 is the big secret. You need to leave it in for 2 to 5 minutes, so use that exact window to wash the rest of your body. Then, step 5, do your final hair rinse. And please do not buy those 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner bottles. Keep them separate so you can actually maintain this process. Section 4 covers steps 3 and 4, drying and oiling. Okay, so you've just stepped out of the shower. Your hair is perfectly clean and conditioned. Ironically, this exact moment is where a vast majority of men accidentally destroy their hair roots without even realizing it. Here's why. When your hair is wet, it is at its absolute weakest and most elastic state. If you grab a standard, rough bath towel and furiously rub your wet hair back and forth, you are causing massive friction, causing breakage, and slowly weakening the roots over time. The solution is super simple. You must gently dab or press your hair dry. Ideally, upgrade to a microfiber towel because it absorbs water rapidly without any of that harsh friction. And hey, if you use a hairdryer, remember our golden rule. Normal temperature only, absolutely no hot air. So the crucial point here is how we handle oiling, which brings us to an epic clash between old traditions and actual human biology. The old advice most of us grew up with is to take a huge handful of oil, massage it super deeply into the scalp, and sleep with it overnight. The right advice today? Take just 2 to 3 drops of pure oil, like a traditional Mahabringraj herbal blend or a good hair serum, and apply it strictly to the links of your damp hair as a protective layer. Why? Because biology dictates that our scalp already contains the highest concentration of oil glands on our entire body. It literally does not need more oil. In fact, overloading an already oily scalp overnight can trap dirt and make your dandruff way worse. Okay, we have perfected your bathroom routine, but let's pause and ask a very serious question. What if you do everything right? You use the perfect shampoo, you gently dab with your microfiber towel, you apply the perfect oil, but your daily diet is terrible? Well, I'll tell you exactly what happens. Your hair will still fall out. Because hair growth doesn't happen on the outside of your head, it happens inside your body, fed by your bloodstream. Welcome to Step 5, Nutrition and Diet. We have to feed the roots. If your internal diet is severely lacking, there isn't an expensive serum in the world that can magically save your hair. And this brilliantly illustrates the big secret. Meet keratin. It is a fibrous protein that literally makes up 90% of your hair structure. If you aren't eating enough protein, your body physically cannot manufacture strong hair. It's really that simple. You need to immediately fix this by adding practical protein sources to your meals. If your diet allows it, start with 3 eggs for breakfast. Make sure you're adding paneer, chicken breast, fish, dal, or soya chunks to your weekly rotation. You have to feed the factory. Next up are healthy fats. You know how we use conditioner on the outside? Well, healthy fats are how your body naturally moisturizes your scalp from the inside out, keeping it from flaking while adding natural shine to the hair strands themselves. We can get this from a powerhouse list of foods: almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds. The absolute easiest way to implement this is to just soak a handful of these overnight or toss a spoonful of flax seeds right into your morning oats or a bowl of curd. We also need the spark plugs for this biological engine: vitamins and minerals. Specifically, we're talking about vitamins A, C, E, zinc, and biotin. These are absolutely essential for cell growth and fighting off damage. And you don't necessarily need a bunch of expensive, fancy supplements. You just need to eat real food. Add spinach, broccoli, carrots, and sweet potatoes for massive hits of vitamin A. For vitamin C, which actually helps you absorb iron, go for oranges, lemon, or the absolute powerhouse, amla, the Indian gooseberry. Finally, we've reached Section 6, Essential Lifestyle Habits. Think of these habits as the background operating system of your body. If the operating system is crashing, none of the apps will run. These are your 3 non-negotiable biological pillars. First, hydration. You need 7 to 8 glasses of water daily. If you're dehydrated, your skin dries out, and a dry scalp rapidly scales up dandruff production. Second, proper sleep. That's the only time your body actually repairs damaged cells, including your hair follicles. And third, you absolutely must manage your stress. High stress spikes cortisol levels in your body, which scientifically and directly triggers your hair to prematurely enter its shedding phase. Stress literally makes your hair fall out. So we've covered the external cleansing, the targeted moisturizing, the careful drying, the precise oiling, and the internal nutritional foundation. You are now looking right at the ultimate 5-step blueprint for healthy, strong hair. The mystery is totally gone, and the knowledge is entirely in your hands. So I leave you with this one final thought. What is stopping you from walking into your bathroom right now, checking your current products, and implementing this exact routine today? Start the process, trust the science, and take control of your hair health. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.